Sagittarius, welcome to your spring equinox reading, your greatest concern. Going to be using a few decks for this reading. First, we'll pull an oracle card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck to give a visual of where you may currently be starting out the spring season. Then we're going to pull two cartomancy cards on what your greatest concern is, and these two sections will kind of give you a picture of if this is answering the question of what your greatest concern is. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, so if your Sun sign does not address your concern, then your Moon or your Rising may. And then we're going to do a 5-card tarot spread to get some further detail and insight for future, the next 3 months, how things may play out through events or situations. And then we're going to pull a wild card, wild offering oracle deck card to show message from spirit as far as where you're going to, or what would be your advice of what to release to the divine regarding this concern. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get into your oracle card. Okay, Wizard of Awareness. Alright, so starting off the spring, you are very tuned in to your higher self. Your crown chakra is really active in the sense of being enlightened. You're able to take a step back and observe what's going on around you, and I feel like for many of you, you have a bigger picture about what is happening around you in the world around you. I feel for some of you, you've really taken a step back from a situation, possibly from a relationship, and trusting what your perception of the situation is that would remove anyone else's understanding, relying on your own understanding of what is going on, not allowing someone to tell you and say this is what's going on. You know, there's penetration that you can see beyond illusions or what people are telling you. You may be reading between the lines, but I do feel it's a sense of like knowing. Also, being aware of where you're going, what your path is, what you want. And that's important, being in a place where you are aware of yourself even. I feel for some of you, you may be even feeling like you're in situations, but you're there, but you're even observing yourself within situations and really kind of seeing all the moving parts and how everyone's interacting and how even you're interacting and relating with others. So strong feelings of awareness and an awakening of intuition that some of you feel coming into the spring months. Let's get your cartomancy card here. Okay, I feel for many of you this is definitely having to do with a new direction in your career, your work, what you're passionate about. There does seem to be this opportunity. You kind of know it when you see it. You'll know that, okay, with this door is being presented to you, that you're going to walk through it. You're ready to walk through in your door when it comes to your career. So some of you are getting some type of insight into job opportunity or work opportunity or something here having to do with advancements. For some of you, this could indicate travel or even working towards a vehicle if that's what you need. Or something here to do with transportation or travel, but it's an opportunity. It's a new passion, I feel, for some of you. But also I feel like it's an opportunity, exactly like feeling as if this is going to be leading you to your next stage in life, where you're going, your sense of mobility, coming out of a situation where you may have, your path may have looked a little bit cloudy. There's a sense of knowing that this is the direction that you need to take. This is the door you need to walk through. For some of you, this could be a relationship. It could be a new relationship that starts off very passionately, but does lead in quickly. It'll just have the Eight of Wands kind of flip over there. Quickly moving towards future plans. This could be a relationship or someone that you meet through work. That's, again, it's a knowing, kind of a knowing. Also kind of premonition. You could be feeling like you're having premonitions and really tapping into what this is meaning for you. Some of you could also be beginning to write down things, like recording your dreams could be helpful for some of you. Making sense of what I feel like your concern is with a new opportunity or new relationship. You want and need it to have solid movement, that this is going somewhere, okay? Not just passing the time, but actually going somewhere. I feel like for that too, with your career, your work, this is a concern for you. Will it bring me the stability that I'm looking for? Is this the foundation that I need? So for some of you, I feel like it's like a first, going into kind of a first position in a new career or new direction. Some of you, I feel too, are coming into a new realization with yourself, with what it is that you are wanting to attract in your life, even with relationships. Having a clearer picture of knowing what you want and knowing when you see it, or knowing when the opportunity comes that this is not going to be a waste of my time. So that's something that feels as a concern for you. You want there to be this excitement going forth into a new door, this feeling of excitement, but with this feeling that this is something I can continue to flame fan the flames of, something where it's where someone is just as passionate about you as you are about them. Something here with that. But I do get this as a new work opportunity. Some of you are definitely going to be going into a new work opportunity over the next 3 months, or that is a concern for you. So gathering in all the information that you need as far as opportunities out there that you can grasp. It's just you're hoping. For some of you, it's like once you finish and have all the knowledge. Some of you may be studying or acquiring the knowledge that you need. Is there going to be an opportunity once I've done acquiring this knowledge? Am I going to be able to find the position that I want? And also for relationships, is this someone who's, if this is a new relationship, is this somewhere I can really build a good foundation with? So we have 5 of discs, 5 of cups, the Sultan, which is the Emperor, the Desert Hermit, the 8 of cups. Okay. Okay, so I'm feeling with this combination here. Some of you are coming into an awareness of an ability or gift that you have, or coming into this next 3 months. And there's a sense of mastery that some of you are going to be looking forward to having. Now, I'm getting a sense of there being this great financial and emotional change that some of you are going to be experiencing over the next 3 months. Now, it may require you to work hard. It may even put you in a place where you are, in some ways, separating yourself from some relationships. There could be a job that you do go into, but what it comes to is you are going to be needing to dedicate a lot of your time. It may be something that takes your focus, and focus in a sense of you diving deep into your own, again, self-awareness. This is going to be a progression over the next 3 months. Who are you? Where you want to be? Where you are right now is a place where you're really you have a clear view of that. No one needs to tell you. You know exactly where you are. There also is a sense here where you know where you want to be. So I get a sense here that over the next 3 months that anyone that isn't matching that, you will be kind of ready to kind of walk away from. Now, for some of you, I do get a sense that there could be a strong potential partner that shows up here. But the thing that would maybe kind of a challenge with your relationship is that this person will be very, very busy with their career or their work, which will be in turn kind of having you focus on yourself a lot more, even if you're maintaining the connection over a distance. I do get a sense for some of you, even if you do make a connection, it may not exactly be what you, or as far as the next 3 months taking off the way you would want it to be. I feel like this is maybe a connection that would take some time in it coming together, where you have a better sense of togetherness. I do get an older vibe from this person, and so I feel that this is a transformational type of relationship that some of you could be coming into. But I feel that the thing with this person is they're going to even also be influencing you to change your circle, to leave some things behind, to leave some people behind. This may be something of a challenge for you, but it also in some ways may even match where you feel you're progressing, or again, you're in this space of awareness, knowing what's around you, knowing who you're dealing with, even knowing yourself, how you fit in certain situations. I feel that this is, many of you will be on a journey of self-reflection. Now, some of you could as well there could be some financial issues here that some of you may be dealing with here. There could be offers here, but there could be something here that they're at a distance, and that may be something where you're not ready to move your residence just yet, or it's, again, when and if you take an opportunity, it will require you to go on a journey where you're mainly spending time with yourself, alone, following your own star, going for what your own path is, where it's leading you here. So I did read the cards. Maybe if I didn't, it's 5 of discs, 5 of cups. Yeah, I did. The Hermit here and 8 of cups here. So I feel like many of you are going on like a soul quest of really kind of self-awareness, self-analysis, past disappointments as well too. Some of you in your own where you've needed to change some things about yourself. I feel like for many of you that's maybe a focus. And then with this ace too, it's also kind of giving me this singular focus that many of you will be having, and it will be on yourself, but it may be time for you to kind of take a reflection and responsibility for your role in things, and as well to responsibility and of where you're going in your life. And I'm also noticing both of these people have a rod in their hand, and so there's this spiritual comfort in this. I feel that some of you will be feeling, getting deeper into your spirituality. I do feel like for some of you that's something where you will be utilizing as like a coping mechanism, or will be something of an assistance to you as you maybe getting over past disappointments. For some of you, that this could be some regrets that you are needing to process and find meaning in for yourself, and how you need to change. I feel like for some of you, this is a sense of, you know, realizing where you are, also realizing the distance between where you are and where you want to be. And it may be requiring a lot of processing. Some of you may need to be changing your attitude and how you approach money, how you spend money, or what you even value. Valuing what you earn, valuing what you make. There may just be this sense of you needing to take bigger responsibility in that area. For some of you, this could be an inspiration of a relationship where someone kind of helps you realize and see where you have made mistakes in the past. But I feel like there's this wisdom and growth that some of you are going to be going through in this spring season. You may be taking a very kind of serious tone, realizing just kind of dealing with the realities of life change. Now, I do feel like for some of you, this is a point of mastery. So again, for some of you who may be studying, wanting to go into a new field, or finishing up and wanting to go into a new field. For some of you, you may be desiring to follow a dream that is separate from what maybe you studied for. There could be this feeling of like buyer's remorse, in a sense that some of you have for some time that you've invested into studying something, where you may realize that there's something bigger that you want to go for, or just maybe just like, okay, well, this was one step, but, or this was an associate's in this, well, I want a bachelor's in this, or this was a bachelor's in this, but now I want a master's in this, or here, you know. So that's where something is. It's like you are finding, I feel like for some of you, you're going to be finding where your place is, where you can excel, where you can have greater responsibility. But I feel for some of you, you may feel like an entry-level position is not enough for you, or you want more. It's not, or there's something here where you're just realizing that I don't want to say the path that you chose was not what you expected it to be, but I feel like you realized it was just a stepping stone. But there's more that you want to achieve as far as knowledge, or achieve as far as skills when it comes to your future. So there is some of you that are going to be leaving a situation where you do maybe feel as if you are not getting paid what you're worth, or you're left out of any situations. Now, some of you will be needing to kind of release. I feel there's three images here with backs turned, looking towards, like, focusing on what's ahead, and leaving the past behind. So for some of you, I feel like many of you are going to be processing, or allowing the past be the past, and moving on, and realizing too, for some of you, there's I feel like an authority figure. There's been some type of disappointment in the past. Something, again, like you may feel like you can't take back what's happened in the past, or where you felt insecure, or you felt that you were lacking in some area. But what you can do about it now is keep your eye on the future, go towards, following your own star here. Now, I do feel like, yeah, some of you will be moving forward to a new situation. Um, Situation, it could vary here. This is an interesting combination of cards. So I feel like some of you have gone through some major change. Some of you felt shut out from something or someone in your life, and this has disappointed you. But there's a sense of here you needing to kind of almost face reality of a situation. There's no going back to the way things were with a specific person or individual. There's something here for you to gain as far as wisdom, and there's something here that a situation taught you about yourself, and in some ways relating to others and relating with others. Um, I do get a sense for some of you, you may be going, you may feel a little lonely. If it's not loneliness, it's maybe for some of you are just going to be withdrawing and wanting some time to yourself as you are letting some things, again, from the past stay behind you and move forward here. I feel like for some of you, there's a door you're going to walk through where you will have to let go of what wasn't serving you. So relationships that weren't serving you, jobs that weren't serving you, um, or giving you the security that you felt that you've needed here. But also, I am getting a mature relationship that some of you will be moving towards. Even if there's some distance, there could be like distance in the first 3 months, or being very busy with career. I'm getting someone being a lot busier with career. Now, some of you, I feel like with this, you may meet someone like amazing, again, who does well in their career, but the catch is that they will not have much time to see you. You may decide at the end of this period to move on from this relationship, or it will possibly, though, there's something that you're going to really learn from this experience with this person. Even if you decide to walk away and kind of move on and feel like it's not really for you, there was something to learn about this, even within yourself. So, um, hmm. Yeah, so I do feel like something here, you're going to walk into a new door as far as a new position for some of you. You are going to get that opportunity, but I do get a sense of you feeling like it's a lonely position, or it's not exactly what you want to be doing for the rest of your life. So some of you may decide that, well, you know, at least now the Hermit, this is about wisdom, but it's also about an inner reflection. So there's some situation here that it's a new situation coming up within the next 3 months that some of you are going to be dealing with. It may not be a permanent situation, but there's something very important about the experience for you that teaches you something about yourself. Even what you feel like you are done with, or what you want to walk away from, or what you want to move towards. Okay, this situation could be somewhat of a catalyst that points you in the direction that you need for yourself, or like really feeling convicted and, okay, I now know where I'm going. I know what I need to look forward to. I know what I need to walk away from or let stay in the past. I'm getting a feeling too, for some of you, even in group situations, you may start to feel like you are alone, or you like mentally even feel like lack of lack of connection with others, but because you're coming from like a higher state of mind. Um, Something within you has changed. An event that really changed you in the past. Um, there's a door that was shut. It could have been a specific relationship that where the door was shut here, that kind of forced you to get really kind of serious about, no longer having that communication, relationship, or situation that you could lean on, depend on, support. So I feel like for some of you, there's a sense of losing a sense of support in your life, and now you are in this seat where you have to take control and have to see yourself where it's up to you to walk through the door. No one's holding your hand in a sense here, but I do feel like there's something to learn from a situation, and that's going to be revealed to you over the next 3 months. There's something here where you're going to have the opportunity to kind of do some self-reflection and take charge, take some power, take some of your power back as well. Some of you may have, in some situation, had somewhat of a victim mentality in a situation, and now you're realizing a bigger picture, kind of like a really clear reflection in the mirror, as far as like I see now where maybe there were some disappointments and things that you may have realized that you chose. So then here it's like you're going to be taking your power back, as far as like, well, I can change this. I can make sure that doesn't happen again. I can make sure I don't find myself in a situation again. But it just may be kind of like a long inner journey, and it may feel lonely, but I feel, again, it's a higher power thing that some of you are really connecting into your spirituality, or going to have the opportunity to, that allows you to get to a point of wholeness where you can say, okay, I know where I'm going. That's okay. I know where I've been. Now I know where I'm going, kind of energy here. So I do get a sense there's going to be even greater understanding of your path coming within the next 3 months, and what it is that you want to have in your life, and maybe even what you want to walk away from, or just need to walk away from. Okay, so let's get into your Wild Offering Oracle deck here. Card, see what we have, what you can release to the divine for this situation. And again, if this did not address your greatest concern, check your moon, your rising. Clarity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my holy intuition always guide the way. This is, okay, so I feel like this kind of brought the message here together. Again, I feel like this is like, you can't change the past, but what you can change is your sense of where you're going. And I feel like that's a major clarity that's going to come. So sometimes what's presented to you in situations, or where you find yourselves, where yourselves here, is sometimes to show you what you don't want. It's or what you don't fit into, or what you've outgrown, or where you've needed to wisen up and take more responsibility for your own choices and your own actions, and how you can take the power and take control over your life and your situation to say, I want a new beginning. I want to walk through a new door. And even being aware of that now is a sense of, it's a sense of power where you do have some clarity. And for some of you, this hermit mode that may be coming up in the next 3 months is going to kind of really help you, give you that clarity, where you're not listening to others' opinions, not others' pessimistic attitudes, or people who, think pessimistically, or, see the glass half empty rather than full. I feel like that's something where you're going to be separating yourself from that energy, and seeing where you need to kind of Again, follow your own star, follow your own path, not really even worry about who you're attracting or what you're attracting. I feel like that's something of clarity that some of you are coming into starting spring, realizing too how you kind of manning or womaning your own ship and not necessarily needing passengers for every stage of your life. Some of you are maybe coming into that kind of isolation moment where you're able to really gain clarity about who are you, who am I, what do I want, you know, definitely not following the crowd, being your own leader, and following your own star. So that is your reading, Sagittarius. I do hope it was helpful, and again, remember to check your other signs if this did not address your greatest concern. And if you would like a personal reading, I am still offering those. That information is below. Thanks for watching. Take care.